Hi, good evening. So, welcome to Monday Reading Live. My name is Vandana PS, one of the reading trainers from Neethus Academy. And I'm first of all so sorry for the delay, guys. I know you guys were waiting, but we had some technical glitches. That is the reason why we just delayed for a few minutes. Okay, so now in this live video, we will be dealing with a sample question from part B of OET Reading. And in this video, I will explain how we can do part B, what is the relevance of doing part B in your OET reading module, and what is the connection of doing part B and your day-to-day activities in a foreign hospital, I mean your profession. Plus, I will explain what are the type of questions it can be asked, plus what are the categories of questions in part B. Okay. So please don't skip the live. If you guys are watching the live till the end, definitely you will understand what is part B of OET reading. Plus you can understand how to score 6 out of 6 in part B of OET reading. Okay, so ready? Now I'll give you a sample question as I already mentioned. And after reading the sample question, tell me what are the keywords that you underlined from the question, plus what are the what is the reason for eliminating options and what is your answer. Likewise, you can just tell me your answer in the comment box. Okay, so before moving to this particular question, I'll give you 5 simple steps to do part B. So through these 5 simple steps, you can find out the right answer. So the first step, okay, so the first step is read the question. Question നിങ്ങൾ നന്നായിട്ട് വായിക്കുക. Okay, read the question carefully. That is the most important thing. And the second step is underline the keywords from the question. Questionil കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്ന keywords നിങ്ങൾ correct ആയിട്ട് underline ചെയ്യുക. Because why I'm saying this, underlining the keywords which will help you to find out the right answer for sure. So please do underline the keywords from the questions correctly. അതാണ് second step. And the third step is do understand the question. Question മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. That means if you don't understand in the question what is the meaning, you will not get the right answer. Okay, question മനസ്സിലാവാത്ത ഒരു സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റിന് ഒരിക്കലും റൈറ്റ് ആൻസർ കിട്ടില്ല. സോ ഡു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ആൻഡ് ദ ഫോർത്ത് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ഇസ് റീഡ് ദ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് വായിക്കുക, അണ്ടർലൈൻ ദ കീവേഡ്സ് ഫ്രം ദ ഓപ്ഷൻസ്, ദെൻ റീഡ് ദ പാരാഗ്രാഫ്. So that is the fourth step. And the last step is elimination method. And majority you know what is elimination method. So please do apply this method into this particular question. Okay, so now ready? I'll just show you the question on the screen so you can do the material, then we will discuss the answer. Okay, so here comes the question. I'll give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes for the completion of this question. So here comes the question. Yes. Welcome back. Have you all done this question? Question cheydo? Yes. So this question pattern is very familiar for you guys. I know that. So as I already informed earlier, I just told you what are the simple 5 steps to do this part B of OET reading. Now I'm going to elaborate what is part B of OET reading. Okay. So if you know what is part B of OET reading, that means the opportunities that you get in a foreign country it will be enhanced. Likewise, what example I can give you. For example, if you guys are working in a foreign hospital and you have no idea what is a guideline. A guideline എന്താണെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയില്ല. And if you're working in a foreign hospital, you have no idea what is a manual, you have no idea what is a policy, what is an email, memo, notice. Definitely you can't sustain there. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അവിടെ എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടായിരിക്കും. The reason is, it's not like in our country, but in any other foreign countries, we should know about, we should be updated regarding what are the things, what are the documents that we will, confront with. നമ്മൾ എന്തൊക്കെ ഗൈഡ്ലൈൻസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ ഡോക്യുമെൻറ്റ്സ് ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഫേസ് ചെയ്യും എന്നുള്ളത് we should have a clear picture about this. Okay. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ in part B of OET reading, we are going to study 3 different categories of part B of OET reading. 3 categories of questions ആയിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റുക. And before moving to the categories of questions, I'll give you a structure of part B of OET. ഒരു outline ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരാം. Okay. So, how many questions in part B? And everyone, you know that after the completion of part A material, they will collect the material from you. Then they will provide part B and part C together. Part B and part C ഒരുമിച്ചായിരിക്കും തരുന്നത്. And the remaining time will be 45 minutes for the completion of B and C. Ano? Yes. Now, what about the completion of part B? There will be 6 questions in part B. 6 questions ആയിരിക്കും അവർ തരുക. Okay? And to complete the 6 questions, they will give maximum 12 minutes. See, there is no separate time for part B and part C. They will give you the timer, or either they will announce the time. Okay, അവർ ഒന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ time announce ചെയ്യും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ there will be a timer in front of you. Okay, on the screen you can see the timer. Whatever it is, in the year, just go through the questions. So how many questions? 6 questions. What about the time? Maximum the time we can take is 12 minutes. അതായത് OET ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്നില്ല that they are not telling you that okay, you will get 12 minutes for the completion of part B. We can take maximum 12 minutes for the completion of part B. That's it. അതായത് we are just calculating approximately you will get 2 minutes for the completion of one question. Because we have part C. നമുക്കിനി part C കൂടെ remaining ആണ്. അല്ലേ? So the maximum time you will get, which is 2 minutes for the completion of one question. അങ്ങനെ എത്ര questions ആണുള്ളത്? 6 questions. Okay. So that is part B. Now, what type of questions you can see? എന്ത് type ചോദ്യങ്ങളാണ്? എന്ത് type questions ആണ്? As you can see here, multiple choice questions with 3 answer options. MCQ ആണ്. Okay. So, multiple choice questions with 3 answer options. അതായത് there will be a question, 3 options, and there will be a paragraph. Okay, so as an aspirant, as a student, what is your duty? Your duty is to read the question, read the options, read the paragraph, find out the right answer. And there are some strategies to find out the right, and not strategies, I can say there is a strategy. Of course, you can do, you can apply skimming and scanning method into part B. നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത് skimming and scanning method ആണ്, that is we applying in part A. So, to the same part B, you can apply the same method. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് apply ചെയ്യാം, no problem. You can just fast read everything, underline the important keywords from the question, no matter what. But the main strategy or the important strategy we are applying, which is ഏതാണ്? Elimination strategy. ഇപ്പോൾ elimination strategy അറിയാത്തൊരു സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റിന് definitely maybe you will get the right answer. Maybe നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആൻസർ കിട്ടുമായിരിക്കും. Why? Because if you have a reading habit, definitely you will get the right answer. But our motive, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? What is our aim? Our aim is to get the right answer within a short period of time. If you have a lot of time, definitely you can read it by your own, and you can just apply the method which you like, and you will get the right answer maybe. But our aim is to complete part B within this period of time, maybe for 12 minutes of time. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 12 മിനിറ്റ്സിനുള്ളിൽ എങ്ങനെ പാർട്ട് ബി കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മളുടെ ഒരു എയിം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദാറ്റ് വി ക്യാൻ അപ്ലൈ ദ മെത്തേഡ് കോൾഡ് എലിമിനേഷൻ മെത്തേഡ്. Okay, so what is elimination, which means eliminate എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? You can just remove certain options from the option category. അപ്പോൾ ഓപ്ഷൻ എന്ന് ചില ഓപ്ഷൻസ് നമ്മൾ റിമൂവ് ചെയ്യണം. So only 3 options, and we know that one will be the right answer for sure. ഒരെണ്ണം എന്തായാലും right answer ആണെന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. And remaining 2 options, one will be not mentioned. ഒരെണ്ണം ചിലപ്പോൾ not mentioned ആയിരിക്കും, and one will be എന്താ contradictory or opposite option. So likewise we should eliminate options from the question. Okay, so that is all about the structure of part B. ഇപ്പോൾ എത്ര questions ആണ്? 6 questions in part B. And what type of question? Multiple choice questions with 3 answer options. And what is the strategy we are applying in part B of OET reading? We are applying elimination method. ഇത്രയാണ് നമുക്ക് അറിയുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ. Now coming to the most important part of part B, which is not strategies, what? Categories of questions in part B. എത്ര categories of questions ഉണ്ട്? That is very important when you do part B. Categories അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റ് ആണോ? Do you know what are the categories of questions in part B? Definitely you will get 6 out of 6. See, ഒന്ന് imagine ചെയ്തേ. Please do imagine. If you are getting 6 out of 6 for part B, you guys will be very confident to do part C. അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ 6 out of 6 കിട്ടിയെന്ന് ഉറപ്പുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, if you are just very confident, okay, I got 6 out of 6 for part B, definitely you can complete part C as well. Because in part B and part C we are applying the same strategy and the type of questions are the same. The only difference is in part B we are just dealing with a particular question, options and the paragraph. But in part C there will be a set of paragraphs, then a set of questions. That is the only difference. Manslayo. So do study part B very well. Definitely you will get a better score in part C as well. Okay. So now we are moving to the categories of questions in part B. Now, how many categories of questions in part B? Sorry, എത്ര പേർക്കറിയാം? ഒന്ന് കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാമോ? How many categories of questions in part B? If you know, please do comment. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാമെങ്കിൽ കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Okay, how many categories of questions in part B? Part B യിൽ എത്ര കാറ്റഗറിയാണ്? Yes, hi Anisha, a lot of good evenings. Yes, thank you so much guys. Good evening once again. Yes. Yeah, എത്ര categories of questions ഉണ്ടെന്നൊന്ന് പറയാമോ? How many categories of questions in part B? Or how many categories that you studied? How many categories I taught you? ഞാൻ ഒരുപാട് categories അല്ലേ? ഇതിന് മുമ്പും in a lot of live sessions I taught you what are the categories of questions in part B. Now tell me, എത്രയാണ്? Very good. Yes, Mary, Shali, Revati, Divya, Anju, Riya. Very good. 3 categories of questions in part B. Now, what is the first category? ഒന്നാമത്തെ category നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയാം? Yes, Krishna. Very good, Sania, Sneha, Megha, Shiny. Yes, 3 categories of questions in part B. Yes, Soja, Alina. Okay, 3 categories. Yes, Amanda. Yes, Anita, 3 category. Okay, now, what is the first category called? Very good, Soja. It is called guidelines. Okay, first category ഏതാണ്? Guidelines ആണ്. Sometimes, for example, if you're working in a foreign hospital, suppose I am the doctor working there, so I can ask you some questions, right? And suppose I'm asking you, okay, what are guidelines? And if you are a nurse working there, or if you're a healthcare professional working there, if you don't know what is a guideline, definitely you can't work there. Because in a foreign country, if you want to work in a foreign hospital, definitely you should know what are the guidelines of the hospital. Guidelines അറിയാത്ത ഒരാൾക്ക് അവിടെ ഒരിക്കലും വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. Because definitely you will get compensation. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കോമ്പൻസേഷൻ അടയ്ക്കേണ്ടി വരും. ഓക്കെ, സോ വാട്ട് ആർ ഗൈഡ്ലൈൻസ്? എന്താ ഗൈഡ്ലൈൻസ്? എത്ര പേർക്കറിയാം ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ് എന്താണ്? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാട്ട് ഇസ് എ ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻ ഓർ വാട്ട് ആർ ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ്? യെസ്, വെരി ഗുഡ് Alina, Vidya, Janie, very good, yes. Guidelines, that is the first category. Yes, Divya. Okay, is Aditya, guidelines ആണ് first category. What is a guideline? എന്താ ഗൈഡ്ലൈൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ? So I'm explaining, okay? Guideline, which means a set of rules and regulations that someone should follow. ഒരാൾ നിർബന്ധമായിട്ടും ഫോളോ ചെയ്യേണ്ട കുറച്ച് റൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് റെഗുലേഷൻസിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Again, guideline, which means a set of rules and regulations that someone should follow. That is mandatory. Suppose I am a nurse working in a hospital, in a foreign hospital. I have to follow all the rules and regulations of the hospital because that is my responsibility to follow it. That is my responsibility to adhere that. Adhere, which means follow that. Okay, so that is guideline. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് common sense ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. Yes, we have common sense. So with our common sense, with our brain, we should understand when you read a paragraph whether it is a guideline or it is a manual or it is a policy. Likewise, you should categorize. This is a guideline because it is mentioning all the rules and regulations. So that is guideline. Now, which sentence is important in a guideline? First sentence is important. I'm not saying, okay, first sentence will be the answer. First sentence is the answer kittum ennu njan parayunnilla. But first sentence is important. What are you reading for in a guideline? എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഒരാൾ ഗൈഡ്ലൈൻ വായിക്കുന്നത്? We are reading for the details. Okay, that is first category. Clear ആണോ? Is it clear for you, the first category? I think so, yes. Okay, yes, Soja, very good. And majority you know what is a guideline. Very good. Vidya, Albi, yes, Angelina, hi, good evening. Yes, Jisha, Atira, Sona, set of rules and regulations. Now, second category. Second category എന്താ? What is second category? Do you know what is second category? ഏതൊക്കെയാണ് സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറിയിൽ വരുന്നത്? യെസ് 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 ജിഷ, വാട്ട് ഇസ് സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറി? എത്ര പേർക്കറിയാം സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറി? 3 categories ആണ്. So what about second category? Very good. Yes, second category, which means second category, first one is manual. Second category, second one is policy. Okay, ഇപ്പോൾ 2 documents ആണ് നമ്മൾ സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറിയിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് വി ആർ ലേണിംഗ് 2 different documents in second category, which is first one is ഏതാ? manual, second one policy. Now, what is the manual? If I'm just buying a microscope, if I'm buying a particular, I'm doing a particular procedure, if I just want to know about a particular device, there will be a manual. ഒന്നും വേണ്ട. If I'm just buying a particular medicine, I'll get a manual. So what is a manual? Now, manual, which means a small booklet which contains all the informations about a particular object. അതിപ്പോൾ ഒരു മെഷീൻ ആവാം, ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെൻ്റ് ആവാം, എക്യുപ്മെൻ്റ് ആവാം, ഇറ്റ് മേ ബി എ മെഡിസിൻ, ഇറ്റ് മേ ബി എ പ്രൊസീജിയർ, സോ വാട്ട് എവർ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ്, എ പർട്ടിക്കുലർ തിങ്. ബട്ട് ഇറ്റ് കാൺ ബി എ പേഴ്സൺ, ഇറ്റ് കാൺ ബി എൻ ആനിമൽ. ഒരു ആനിമലോ ഒരു ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീയിങ്ങോ ആവില്ല. ഓക്കെ, സോ മാനുവൽ വിച്ച് മീൻസ് എ സ്മോൾ ബുക്ക്ലെറ്റ് വിച്ച് കണ്ടെയ്ൻസ് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അബൌട്ട് എ പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഒബ്ജെക്റ്റ്. It's not about a particular animal or a human being. Clear? That is manual. And what is a policy? Second category, second one is policy. ഇനി policy എന്താണ്? ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ ഓൾറെഡി പറഞ്ഞു, please do listen carefully. Second category, first one is manual, and I told you it is not about an animal or a human being. ഒരു മനുഷ്യനെ പറ്റിയോ ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ആനിമലിനെ പറ്റിയോ അല്ല. ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ്. സോ വിത്ത് യുവർ mind, with your brain, you should think about it. Okay, that means manual is all about a device, an instrument, an equipment, a medicine, a procedure. So likewise, we should understand certain things. Okay, now second category, second one, that is policy. എന്താണ് policy എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ? What is a policy? Yes, everyone know what is a manual. Yes, very good. Hi Anusuya, good evening. Yes, Jisha, that is manual. Okay, Afsana, small booklet ana. Yes, Vidya, Smita. Yes, Anita, very good. Yes, Srija, Elizabeth, Arjun. Yes, very good Arjun. How are you, Arjun? Yeah, so that's all about manual. Now, second category, second one is policy. Policy endana? What is a policy? Policy, which means an act or a rule, okay, or a kind of principle from the higher authority or government. ഇപ്പോൾ ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ അടുത്തു നിന്നോ ഒരു ഹയർ അതോറിറ്റി, ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയൻ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റ്, അപ്പോൾ അവരുടെ അടുത്തു നിന്നുള്ള ഒരു പോളിസി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ആക്ട്, ഒരു ലോ, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് കോൾഡ് എ പോളിസി. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇപ്പം പോളിസിയും ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻ തമ്മിലുള്ള ഡിഫറൻസ് എന്താണ്? വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ എ ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻ ആൻഡ് എ പോളിസി? ബോത്ത് ആർ ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ്, ബട്ട് ബോത്ത് ആർ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻസ്. But one side it is all about, for example, guidelines of the hospital. One side it is all about policy of the government. Okay, so that is that. അപ്പോൾ ഇതാണ് സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറി, മാനുവൽ ആൻഡ് പോളിസി. നൗ വിച്ച് സെൻറ്റൻസസ് ആർ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്? ഏതൊക്കെ സെൻറ്റൻസസ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്? ഫസ്റ്റ് 3 sentences ആർ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, ഇഫ് അതർവൈസ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതുപോലെ പാരഗ്രാഫ് ആണെങ്കിൽ 2 പാരഗ്രാഫ് ഉണ്ടല്ലേ, സോ ഓൾവേസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് പാരഗ്രാഫ് ഇസ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾ അബൌട്ട് സെക്കൻഡ് കാറ്റഗറി. Now, third category, first one, മൂന്നാമത്തെ കാറ്റഗറിയാണ്, ലാസ്റ്റ് കാറ്റഗറി, ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ, email. Okay, email. Last category, first one is email. Then third category, second one, which is memo. And third category, third one is notice. Email, memo, notice. Clear ആണോ? So, now, വാട്ട് ഇസ് എൻ ഇമെയിൽ? എന്താ ഇമെയിൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, എന്താ നോട്ടീസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, എന്താണ് മെമ്മോ? ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് Even children know what is email memo notice. So definitely we should know what is email memo notice. So email, for example, email yeah, I can send an email to my friend. I can send an email to a particular company. I can send an email to the higher authority. For example, emergency situation is there. So I need a half-day leave. I can send an email to my academic manager saying, okay, because of my personal reasons, I need a emergency leave. Okay, and what about a memorandum or a memo? And memo, it is the different types of memos are there. Pala type memo ഉണ്ട്. For example, warning memo. Warning memo എന്താണ്? Certain warning. Okay, if you're not working properly, we will terminate you from the company. Request memo is there. What is request memo? Okay, I need a salary hike. So please do kindly give me some salary hike. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ചൊന്ന് enhance എനിക്ക് വേണം. So likewise, you can send a request memo to the higher authority. And there is advice memo. There is reminder memo. Okay, so there is confirmation memo. So like different types of memos are there. And what is notice, which means, for example, we are just conducting celebrations this week. So you can attend the celebrations. Please do participate on the celebrations. Likewise, we can send a notice through the WhatsApp group. So these three, email aanengilum, memo aanengilum, notice aanengilum. So whatever it is in the third category, we are just dealing with some kind of passing information. Communication aanu. Okay, so we are dealing the third category with passing some informations. Okay, to a particular person or a group of people. ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരാൾക്കായിരിക്കാം ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് ആൾക്കാർക്കായിരിക്കും. Clear? So that is the third category. Now, which lines are important? Always last sentences are important. Or the second paragraph is important. ഇപ്പോൾ 2 paragraph ആണെങ്കിൽ second paragraph is always important. Okay, then what are you reading for in the third category? We are reading for the purpose. Purpose nu parna endha? Overall idea. Okay, so these are the 3 categories of questions in part B. Clear? Now we are just dealing with the sample question. Ini ipo nammal paranja karyangalellam ee question like namukku apply cheyam. Let's apply all these things what we just studied now into this particular question. So I'm going to read the question. Appo ningal shraddhichu kekka ട്ടോ. So the question is, the notice about Shagas is to inform that. Okay, first step എന്തായിരുന്നു? Read the question. Second step, what is the second step? Underline the keywords from the question. So my keywords, notice, okay, notice, Shagas, inform. What is the third step? Understand the question. Question മനസ്സിലാവണം അല്ലേ? Otherwise we will not get the right answer. I'm going to understand the question. Okay, you can translate the question into your mother tongue and then find out the category of question. So now, this question is all about Shagas and it is informing something. നമുക്ക് already അറിയാം third category is all about passing informations. Now, which category of question ini? ഏത് കാറ്റഗറിയിലാണ് ഇത് വരുന്നത്? Already directly mentioned in the question, this is from the third category. This is a notice. So I'm writing here, okay, this is from the third category and this is notice, and last lines or the last paragraph is important, and I'm reading for the purpose, overall idea. അപ്പോൾ പഠിക്കുന്നത് വരെ, until you guys study the category, you should write like this. ഇങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾ എഴുതി തന്നെ പഠിക്കുക. Okay, don't be overconfident. ഇപ്പം നമുക്കൊരു വിശ്വാസം ഉണ്ടാവും, I can remember everything. Sometimes you can't. So എപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നോ അതുവരെ you should write like this. Okay, this is a request actually, please. Now, what is the fourth step? Read the options. ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് question മനസ്സിലായി, this is from the third category and okay, all these things. Now I'm going to read the options. And Shagas is to inform that about 10% of Shagas are reported in the US congenitally. My keywords, 10% reported congenitally. And option B, inform that the parasite can enter the body through sense organs. My keywords, parasite, then enter sense organs or organs. Option C, inform that the parasite bite is the most common way of transmitting of the disease. So bite, then way, transmitting. So these are my keywords from these options. Clear or no? Yes. Now we are going to read the paragraph. To all nurses, kando. ആർക്കുള്ള നോട്ടീസ് ആണ്? To all nurses. So likewise in third category, there will be a sender, അയക്കുന്ന ആളുണ്ടാവും. There will be a receiver, അത് റിസീവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആളുണ്ടാവും. Maybe there will be a subject line as well. Now, transmission through bite from the tritomine bug is the most common way of getting Chagas disease. If you are an average student, okay, if you're an average student, you guys will select which option? You guys will select option C. Because you guys are thinking, directly it is mentioned in the first sentence, so on the very first reading I got the right answer. ശരിയല്ലേ? Because here it is mentioned the bite. Here it is mentioned most common way. Here it is mentioned Chagas disease. So when you are doing part B like part A, ഇപ്പോൾ part A ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ part B ചെയ്താൽ definitely you will get the wrong answer. Clear ആണോ? Part B, part A ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ ഒരിക്കലും never do part B like you guys are doing part A. Because in part A it's all about a play with synonyms. Part A യിൽ നമുക്ക് okay, you can just identify which is the synonym for the word. But in part B it's not synonyms. ഇത് synonyms വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു play അല്ല. In part B it's all about paraphrasing. Okay, so what is paraphrasing? എന്താ paraphrasing എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ the meaning of the sentence will be there somewhere in the paragraph. എവിടെയെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് meaning ഉണ്ടാവും. But the sentence structure will be entirely different. Sentence structure എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? Same ആയിരിക്കുമോ? Entirely different. Clear ആണോ? That is paraphrasing. Now, I'm reading the next few lines. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ transmission through bite from the tritomine bug. Bug bite എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Bug is different from parasite. The most common way of getting Chagas disease. Here it is mentioned parasite bite. It is not parasite bite, it is bug bite. കണ്ടല്ലോ? So I'm eliminating option C, opposite option or contradictory option. Now, the Trypanosoma cruzi parasite is present in the bug's feces. Feces എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ bug in the excrement. The parasite can enter the human or animal when the bug defecates on the skin during or after its blood meal, allowing the parasite to enter through the bite wound. അതായത് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു കൊതുക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു mosquito, it is biting you. So after biting, then what happens? This parasite can enter your body through this particular wound. ഈ wound കൂടെ ആയിരിക്കും parasite കയറുന്നത്. And where is parasite? It is present in the feces, excrement. Okay, now wound എവിടെയാണ്? Where is the wound? It is on the skin, right? അപ്പോൾ skin എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താ? It is a sense organ. Now, the parasite also can enter directly through the eye and other mucous membranes. So, ഇതൊക്കെ എന്താണ്? These are all sense organs. So, maybe my answer is option B. ആയിരിക്കാം, I don't know. Now, tritomine bugs live indoors in cracks and halls of the inadequate housing, such as mud walls and thatched roofs. So, individuals living in the rural areas of endemic countries are most at risk. Then second para, Chagas can also be transmitted from mother to baby during pregnancy. But pregnancy time അമ്മയിൽ നിന്ന് കുഞ്ഞിലേക്ക് വരാം. It is estimated that that 1 to 10% of infected mothers will transmit the parasite to their infants. Although only a case has been reported in the United States. See, എത്ര കേസ് റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് യുണൈറ്റഡ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിൽ? Only one case. ഒരു കേസാണ് യു എസിൽ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തേക്കുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഇൻ ഓപ്ഷൻ 8 is mentioned 10% cases reported in the US congenitally. Congenitally which means from birth or by birth. Again my option A is contradictory option or opposite option. Why? ശരിയല്ലേ? ലാസ്റ്റ് പാര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. You can eliminate options. So what is mentioned here? Only one case is reported. So what is the right answer? Answer is option B. കണ്ടോ? ഇനി നമ്മൾ വായിച്ച സമയം കളയണം. ഓൾറെഡി we eliminated options here. So the answer is option B. That is the right answer. When you get the right answer, you can bubble the letter. Parasite can enter the body through sense organs. ഏതൊക്കെയാണ്? Bite wound, skin, പിന്നെയോ eye, mucous membrane. So answer is option B. So this is elimination method. Clear or no? It's very simple. So if you know the 3 categories of questions and if you know how to do elimination method properly, definitely you can score 6 out of 6 in part B. So now in the next live, അടുത്ത ലൈവിൽ I'm going to give you 6 sample questions for part B. Part B ക്ക് ഞാനൊരു 6 sample questions തരും. Just like exam model material. Okay, അപ്പോൾ അടുത്ത ലൈവ് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? Please do attend the next live. It's very important. Okay, nowhere else you will get the same or exam model materials in any other academies. But if you're attending the live session correct, I'll give you an exam model material for your live. Clear, Ano? Yes. So that's all about today. I hope this session will be helpful for you guys. And if you find this session is helpful for you, please do share with your friends as well. Okay. So thank you. Take care. Bye.